This is lesson 242, and it's one of my favorite lessons. I've done this lesson a lot because I think we don't realize that every day is really God's day, right? How many times do we get up and say, "This day is yours, Father, it's my gift to you." Sometimes, "This day is yours, Father, it's my gift to you. You take it. I don't want it anymore," you know? And frankly, I don't think he cares what kind of attitude you give it with, as long as you give it to him. Because it is his great pleasure to give you the kingdom. So it's his great pleasure to take all the things that seem to burden you and to transform them, as the Course would say, into a miracle, so that we might see how he sees. We might be able to reinterpret in the way that he reinterprets everything that's going on in our lives. Hard thing to do sometimes when stuff is happening. But that's what we're asked to do. That's why it says, I'm going to not lead my life alone today. That first line. It says, and I think everybody can agree with that second line, I do not understand the world. And so to try to lead my life alone must be but foolishness. I mean, how many things have been happening? And I know online, I know, Terry, you shared some things about your son's friend who committed suicide this week, a couple of weeks ago, your dogs that you had to put down. I mean, that's tough too. Two dogs at the same time or the same, at different times?
Within 3 weeks.
Within 3, I mean, that's always tough. And then your aunt passed away. If this was a country western song, you'd lose your truck and you'd lose your job. You know, I mean, this is just, you know, and your husband would leave you. You know, and you're going, could that happen? No, with a twang. No, but I mean, it's just there are a lot of times when things happen, and I know a lot of other people too. There had been some on the listener board. A Deb in New York said that one of the students in her school, a 9th grader, committed suicide. You know, it's hard to understand. I mean, you can see, in some ways we can understand what's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It seems as if, as the Course would say, there's a celestial speed up. We're facing a lot of our stuff quicker. Suicide is always a difficult thing for us to understand. But I think that if we are, as this is saying, we don't understand the world, but there is a thought, a truth, a power within us that can help us to see this through the eyes of love. And so to me, when people, because the Course doesn't talk specifically about suicide because it doesn't talk about anything in this world, but what it says is there is no death. The Son of God is free, and that you cannot escape life through death. Now, sometimes we think that ending this physical existence is going to bring us peace, but if life is eternal, then you escape nothing through the end of any form experience. We continue this on. Now, to me, the issue is not whether someone takes their life, because you could argue that all death is suicide. You understand what I'm saying by that? We make a choice at some point when we will no longer be in a physical form. It doesn't stop life. There are people who make decisions. I mean, hospice is actually a very good way of explaining that people sometimes say, I want no more medical intervention, so I'm ready to go. So you could say that's a form of suicide, if you will. Now, the issue isn't the end of physical body. The issue is what we do. The issue is the reason why we make these choices. Many times people in hospice make this choice with their family in a loving way to say, I really want to go, I'm done with medicine. When people do things with suicide, the families are left feeling empty because the choice is usually a lonely, separated choice. And that's where the issue comes in. That's where the problem is more for us, is this disconnect, this thought of separation. So to me, it's always helping even the person who has made this choice and committed suicide, they're not done. So I hope that anytime someone makes this choice to leave their body, that we are holding them in prayerful thought. You know, somebody who makes a choice for hospice and lets their body go, that we are always holding them in prayerful thought because they're not gone. The form, it may not be here, but the truth about their soul, the truth about their life is eternal. And for us to have a sense of faith about it, whether we can always say the words to someone to comfort them, we think, to have that faith when you're with someone who is either going through this experience or who has gone through this experience, that you can have this faith, and knowing for them is so very important. You hold the truth. You're like the light bearer for them. You know, you may not always be able to say the stories, but you can hold this truth. And I believe that's what we are asked to do. That's what this lesson is about. This day is God's. Every moment is His. It's my gift to Him. I'm not going to lead my life alone. I don't understand the world. Absolutely. And certainly when it comes to these big marks in life, whether it be death, whether it be suicide, whether it be whatever people are going through, we do not understand this world. So if I'm going to try to lead my life alone, that's kind of silly. That's foolishness when there is a power within me that can help me at any moment, that can serve me at any moment. And it goes on to say in that third line, but there is one who knows all that is best for me, and He is glad to make no choice for me but the ones that lead to God. You might say, well, who is this? Well, from the Course's perspective, we'd be talking about the Holy Spirit, the voice for God within, the Christ consciousness, if you want to say Jesus, any of those things. It's the awareness that knows the experience that we are going through, but also knows the truth. When we shed those tears about feeling loss, it stands beside us. The Holy Spirit, the Christ consciousness, kind of puts its arm around us and says, I know what you're going through. This too will pass. This is not the truth for you nor for this individual, but I understand and give you compassion as we move through this experience together. See what I mean? So the Holy Spirit is the part of our minds that basically Jesus gave us, that awareness of the truth in this world, the one that helps us kind of sort things out to understand it better. And it says His goal is to do what? To lead us to God. What would leading us to God mean? It would mean that awareness, that knowing that all there is love, that knowing that all there is unity, that we could never be separate from each other, nor could we be separate from the infinite answer of God's love.